Hello. Some months ago, I had the good fortune of coming across the Goon Preservation Society whilst I was looking on the web. At that time, I was looking to find some information for a story I was going to write. About the Goon Show. Right, I, like most of my age, will remember the Goon Show over the years, just like me, have listened to it in our own privacy of our own homes and probably unaware that there was such a thing as the Goon Preservation Society. Well, there was. It was formed in 1972. Like many of my generation, I was brought up during that golden age of British radio comedy. In the 1950s, we saw some superb radio comedy shows like Hancock's Half Hour, Clitheroe Kid, Raise a Laugh, Al Reed Show, Take It From Here. It was the Goon Show that stood out though. Nearly everyone in Britain in the 50s and 60s knew about the show. It was infectious. You would often hear children and grown-ups mimicking their favourite characters from the Goon Show. And it's important that we remember and preserve not only the Goon Show but all the other jewels of British radio comedy from the 50s, so that they can be passed on through the years. The Goon Preservation Society are dedicated to the preservation of all things goons. If you're interested in the Goon Show, or maybe heard the name but never realised what it was, it doesn't matter whether you're young or old, or from the other side of the world. Have a look at the Goon Preservation Society website. You'll find them on www.thegoonshow.org.uk. They have both an audio tape lending library and a video library, and have one of the most extensive Goon Show related archives in existence. If you want to look at it, that's fine, and if you want to find out more and become a member, even better. The site can tell you more than I do. I'm doing it from the heart, not the head. Just before I go, let me tell you about the story I wrote. It's called Bottle's Treasure. I've been listening to quite a few of the Goon Shows on my MP3. It filled a void because at one time we had a house full of our grandchildren, and unfortunately they moved away from the village and they moved to London and New Zealand. And so the house was quiet and I just needed something to fill that void, so I started to write a story. To get some idea on the story structure, I needed information, and that's when I found the Goon Preservation Society. Although the story was written for my grandchildren, it isn't a children's story. It's a story for anyone. The story is in plain, simple words, no vulgarity, no bad language, some slight innuendo, though not so much to offend. It has no specific date or time frame. I have chosen episodes from the shows to use as targets for my main character. No Goon Show episode is named, which gives the Goon Show lover a chance to spot the episode. I have not incorporated any script from the shows, although I have in places used the plot to move the character on. The story is totally fictitious, 670,000 words approximately and 313 pages long. I'll tell you a bit about the book. My main character is called Charles. He's led a boring life. Most of it was spent waiting for something to happen, and it never did. His only interest in this boring life was to listen to his favourite radio show, which was the Goon Show. So much so that the characters he listened to in the radio show became a reality with him. His boring life changed one day, and that was the day he met two characters, Flynn and Riles. They would send him in search of the treasure of his favourite character, Blue Bottle. Was this search possible? And if he was to succeed, what price would he pay? I have tried to show some humour in the story, simply because I prefer to smile rather than moan. It would be wrong of me, and it would be an injustice to the writers and casting characters of the Goon Show if I were to replicate the concept. Many have tried in the past, and some have been successful and some have failed. I'm not writing this story to be funny. I'll leave that to the Goon Show. It really is my hopes in writing this story to encourage the young and old who have not been introduced to the Goon Show to go and find out, and bathe in the superb mind and writings of Mr. Milligan and listen to the brilliance of the characters portrayed by Spike Milligan, Harry Seacombe and Peter Sellers. Me, I wrote the story for my grandchildren in hopes that one day they will want to know, what was the Goon Show? Bottles Treasure is available now from Author House on www.authorhouse.co.uk, or you could ring them on a UK number 0800 197 4150, or you might be able to want to buy it from your local retailer and bookseller, or your preferred online retailer as well. The ISBN number is 978 4490 34559. That's the ISBN number. So if you want to do it through Author House or your local bookseller, then either quote Bottles Treasure or the ISBN number. Thank you.